It is time for a long, boring, drawn-out look at the newest character to be added into the Nexus, our Lord and Savior, Deathwing. Man, it's been a long time coming. Someone linked me a video from 2014, 2015, where it was Hengist and myself. We were doing an interview with, I believe it was Kaeo, and me and Jangles were talking before we started, and we were like, I'm just going to ask him a bunch of questions about Deathwing for no fucking reason. This train's been coming a long time. I haven't seen any of his... Whoa. I haven't seen any of his skins yet. Is this the Brightwing skin? Oh, it's so cute! Oh my god. So I've been away on holiday for the last week, so I haven't played any of the PTR stuff, so I don't know anything about these XP globes and stuff. I don't know anything about it. Ooh, he's green. Oh. Oh, that one looks good. That one looks good. I like that one a lot. Isn't there one that's gold? Yes! All right, so you can't really see it, but there's a Deathwing statue right there. And I bought it a few years ago. When this statue was released, I was broke and I couldn't afford anything. I saw this in a store. They did a run of like 800 of them or something. And I bought it on the spot. And I carried it for like a mile to my car. And then this statue we bought from the charity auction a couple BlizzCons ago to help support the... It's like LA Kids Hospital or something. I don't remember who the auction was for. So I have the original prototype Deathwing statue and a Deathwing statue that I wanted to buy when I was a young... Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know that did anything. There's no sound associated with that, which is weird. What I'm trying to say is I'm a Deathwing super fan. I'm sure you guys already knew that. All right, so today we're going to be doing our long and boring, drawn-out look at Deathwing. We're going to be looking at every single one of his talents. We're going to be looking at every single one of his abilities. My dyslexia is going to kick in, and I'm going to read a million things wrong. And I'm going to theorycraft a build that may or may not work when we actually play him in the video game versus every motherfucker that's queuing up with percentage-based damage just to counter us, okay? All right, we got that out of the way. Oh, I'm so excited! Okay, another thing I gotta do. Transform. Fit to screen. Woo! Ooh, that was bugging me. It was just a little... Maybe it did have a sound associated with it, and I just lowered the volume. Oh my god, dude! Oh shit. He has a little dragon here at the thing. When I put my face down... Ah! Ah! Okay, yeah, we gotta fix that too. Everything in my OBS broke while I was gone. Holy shit, dude. I'm trying to hear his voice acting. Oh, yeah. It's not Metzen, right? Didn't Metzen voice Deathwing originally? Did I make that up? All right, where's my thing? What is it? G, F, X, X. All right, the important things out of the way first. This is our dance. Someone's gonna know what that's a reference to. Oh my god! Ah! Oh! God, it's so good! Ah! Okay. Alright, we'll try to contain ourselves. Alright, so we have two different forms, right? Oh, that's the same sound as his taunt. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so this is what I know about Deathwing so far, okay? Just to catch everybody up. We have 2 forms that we swap out between. This is our activatable 1 ability with a 20-second cooldown. Switches Deathwing between Destroyer and Worldbreaker forms, each granting access to 2 unique basic abilities. Incinerate damages enemies around Deathwing, and Onslaught allows him to lunge at enemies. Whereas Lava Burst creates a slowing area, and Earth Shatter stuns enemies in 2 lines. Is there a way to... Oh my god, it's amazing sounding! Fuck! Is there a way to discern which stance he's in? Like, he's got some lava going on right now. I don't even know what stance I'm in, to be honest with you. How... All right, well, my Q ability, I think the Q ability is the same regardless of stance, right? Destroyer and Worldbreaker. So I'm in Destroyer right now. Okay. Molten Flame. After 1.5 seconds, Deathwing breathes a stream of flame, dealing 23 damage every 0.125 seconds, excuse me. And this drains 30 energy per second. So our resource is energy. We have 3,462 health at level 2, 3,329 at level 1. So this is going to use 10 energy. Oh, it's like lightning breath. All right, I did see. I fucking need to balance my audio, I feel like. Hold on. Oh, it sounds so good. I did see some of the developer talks, and this is one of the highest damaging abilities in the game. This looks a lot like Diablo's lightning breath, right? Oh my god. But the difference is you cannot pivot with the thing. You can't pivot around. So when you lock it in place, that's where it is. And it's going to be draining every energy every second. Drains 30 energy per second. Yeah, okay. Okay. Dude, that's fucking cool. His W ability in Destroyer form is Incinerate. After 0.75 seconds, Deathwing flaps his wings, dealing 88 damage to nearby enemies. Oh, it's like a little AoE around him. Stop bothering me. Yeah, just walk it off. Okay, so nice little AoE, nothing too complicated. And then his E ability while in the Destroyer form. After 0.5 seconds, Deathwing lunges in a direction, dealing 44 damage to enemies and slowing them by 35% for 2 seconds. Deathwing bites enemies at the end of the lunge, dealing an additional 83 damage. The range on... Oh, it has teeth marks on it, dude. So if I wanted to bite... Woo! If I wanted to bite the guy at the end, you just kind of lunge in with it. Okay. Okay, I'm getting rid of some of these UI elements so it's less cluttered. He takes up a very significant portion of the screen. Very significant portion. So if I wanted to engage... Yeah, everything has a wind up. So he's not super quick. His attack speed is 0.67 a second, which is about as slow as Stukov, right? Right? Maybe Stukov's a little bit slower. It feels a little bit like it matches his size, though. If he could attack super quick, that'd be weird. I want to stim drone him, dude. Stim drone, Ariel Crown, Top Hat. What else can we do for attack speed? Just have him go bite shit. And then I already have an ult at level 2. Por qué? It's at level 1. 270-second cooldown. We have an R at level 1. After 2 seconds, Deathwing flies in the target direction, dealing 94 damage on impact and leaving scorched ground that deals 50 damage a second. And this lasts for 6 seconds. What's the range on this bad boy? Pretty substantial. That's about the length of a Mighty Gust. So I'm assuming you can go over walls and shit. So if I wanted to fly over here, oh my god! Ah! Oh god! It's just like the it's like the Cataclysm cutscene, dude. So you can't use that in the beginning of the game, but after you wait the long ass cooldown, then it's just a 90-second cooldown. Oh my fucking god! Oh, that's just incredible. That is just incredible. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Everything froze there for a second. All right, we gotta compose ourselves. Oh my god. Oh, we gotta compose ourselves. That's so fucking cool, though. Okay. All right. That's awesome. All right, aspect of death, our trait. Deathwing is fitted with 4 armor plates, which grants 10 armor each. I knew about this. So these little chinks in our health pool, these little bars, as we, the more we have, the more armor we have. And then as we take damage, these are gonna break, right? So once this breaks, we lose 10 armor. Once the next one breaks, we lose another 10 armor. And of course, armor, if you didn't know, is percentage-based damage reduction. So when we're at full armor, we're taking 40% less damage from everything else. When we go down to 30 armor, 30% less damage from everything. Okay, so every 25% loss causes Deathwing to lose a plate. Plates are only restored when Dragon Flight is used. Oh, is that our mount? Ooh. Based on the amount of health Deathwing has when landing, Deathwing is also a mighty dragon aspect who is permanently unstoppable and deals 100% additional spell damage to heroes, but views his allies with contempt and ignores any of their friendly effects. So when years ago, I did I wrote a hero concept for Deathwing that Carbot animated. It'd be cool if Deathwing was added to the Nexus. And I remember that when I submitted that to him, he was like, it just sounds like Deathwing has a lot of passives. He does have a lot of passives. And I'm so glad that the armor plating is a prominent part of his kit because of the Spine of Deathwing fight. You were trying to rip off armor off of his back and do shit like that. That's really, really cool. I really like that. Dragonflight, cooldown of 45 seconds. After 3 seconds, fly into the sky, becoming immune to wall effects and gaining 2.5% health per second. Once cast, this ability cannot be interrupted. Cannot be cast for 4 seconds after taking damage. Basic attacking or casting an ability. So if you're in a fight, you can't use it, but just walk out of the fight and you're going to be able to... Okay, here's the animation. So while we're in the sky, we're regenerating health pretty quickly. Oh, and then we gain 2 new abilities, World Breaker or Destroyer. These are our different stances. So while we're in the air, we can decide which stance we want to go down to the ground with. Oh my god.
Choose a talent.
The only thing I could imagine this would be better with if you could see his shadow, like going across areas of vision, so you knew he was in the sky. Just this giant fucking dragon shadow flying over. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cool. I can't deal with it, dude. I can't deal with it. So can I just land anywhere? Or is there a range to it? Looks like there might be a range to it. All right, let's see. Can we hearth? Okay, so we are able to hearth, but hearthing will not return... Oh, fucking interesting. Hearthing and going back to the well doesn't return any health to us, and it will also not return our armor plating. So we're only able to heal every 45 seconds. Huh. Chat saying I have to have vision for where I go to. Hey, bud! All right, we still actually have 2 abilities to talk about. We are now in the, what is this? The World Breaker form. I don't think there's any way to tell visually. Lava Burst is our new W ability. After a 1-second delay, deal 34 damage to all enemies in an area and create a pool of magma that deals 18 damage per second and slows enemies by 35%. And this is going to last 6 seconds, so... That looks sick, dude. That looks sick! That's awesome. And then Earth Shatter, create a fissure of earth that deals 90 damage to enemies hit and stuns them for 0.25 seconds. So this is 2 different lines. So if you put it on your target, it looks like you're gonna miss. This is a 12-second cooldown. The Lava Burst is a 6-second cooldown. So you wanna put your crosshair like right here, and then combo those together. Interesting. Interesting. That's a lot to unpack. So his Q is the same no matter what. He has an ult at the beginning of the game. His passive allows him to not be healed by allies or interacted with any way by allies. He has armor while at high health, but as he takes damage, he loses armor. The only way he can heal is by flying up into the air, which you have to be out of combat for 4 seconds or after whatever. That's a lot. There's a lot going on here, and you can switch between stances every 20 seconds with form switch. But there's no way to tell which form he's in unless he uses an ability. All right. Does that about cover it? Is that the basics? We haven't even talked about any talents yet. Shit. Okay. So I want to see how much. So we do double damage to here. Let me reset forts. Furion's been fucking pushing, dude. Oh, there's the XP globes that were added in with this Nexus anomaly. Don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll have to try that out in a few games. Ally, none, please. I need no allies, for I am Deathwing. So, holy shit. Wow. That is next to no damage to minions. Let me get my globes. 207 auto attack at level 5. While I'm in ranged form, does our auto attack damage go up? If I go into melee form. 207, regardless. Also, do you have to go the full distance with this bite thing? Let's say I'm right here and I wanted to bite. It looks like you kind of just go the full distance. I don't know, actually. Shit, that really is a lot. That really is a lot. Okay, so he can't be healed by his allies. He can't get attacks. Oh, shit, what did I say earlier about stim drones and all that? Forget I said that. That doesn't work. I was getting ahead of myself. Sorry, I got excited. So I imagine that in his talent build here, there's going to be a lot of ways for him to self-heal. Because he is a tank, right? What is he classified as? Does anyone in chat know? Chat says you can't even take Medivh portals. Fuck, dude. He's a bruiser. Oh. Ow. Okay. All right, let's look at some talents. Let's see what's here. Stop killing my buildings. One thing I've noticed already is, let's say that you're in melee form and you want to switch to casting form. 20-second cooldown, right? But then you can use your mount and come back down in melee form, it's really not that much faster, is it? We're going to save ourselves about 4 seconds here. Oh, I don't have vision. Fuck. Okay, so you can switch forms in 2 different ways. I don't know if that's really efficient, though. All right, level 1, Dragon Soul. That was the name of the raid you can find Deathwing in. Destroyer, Incinerate. Heals Deathwing for 75% of the damage dealt to heroes. Worldbreaker, Lava Burst. Explosion damage heals Deathwing for 150% of the damage dealt to enemy heroes. So we're looking at our W ability, right? So Incinerate. Let's just see how much healing we get. You gotta hit me. So 155 for hitting Arthas there. That's a pretty short cooldown, though. You can actually get that healing quite a lot. And then in our other form, it sounded like it would only be the initial explosion. Yeah, the damage over time doesn't do anything. So that's just a way to heal us up. Okay. Then we have Molten Blood. While Deathwing has... I'm trying to find a place that he doesn't auto-attack something. While Deathwing has 3 or more armor plates, he heals for 4% of his maximum health per second. I don't know how good that's going to be. I imagine that the state of Quick Match here pretty soon... 0.4. Yeah. Did I say 4? 0.4. I imagine that the state of Quick Match for quite some time is going to be Tychus's and Mathiel's and anyone that has Giant Killer and Karazim's with 7-sided strike. I imagine that it's going to be so much percentage damage that there's no fucking way that you're actually going to be at full armor plates for any meaningful amount of time. So I don't know what the later talents bring to the table here. I have no idea. But initial impression is that Molten Blood is not going to do us any fucking good. At least right now in what I imagine the current state of the game is going to be. Draconic Might! Deathwing's basic attacks against enemy heroes heal him for 40% of the damage dealt. Upon losing an armor plate, Deathwing becomes protected for 0.75 seconds. Well, that's good. That's very good. You get protected, by the way. Let's say a 7-sided strike is happening on top of you. 7 attacks. All coming down one after the other. Well, you probably immune 2 of those, 3 of those, in that 0.75 seconds. That seems good. So you want to protect yourself more, or do you want to be able to heal? Either of those seems decent. I guess you can heal with your auto attacks. Is it auto attacks versus heroes? Basic attacks against enemy heroes. So yeah, all of the healing in this tier is based on hitting a hero and nothing else. Okie dokie. Level 4, Infernus. When Molten Flame is cast at 75% energy or higher, its damage is increased by 75% against heroes. It doesn't seem like Deathwing can be trifled to fight anything other than heroes. That's what it seems like. So, Molten Flame is our Q ability, right? You have access to this regardless of the stance that you're in. So if you're at full energy and you're trying to hold this off, we're doing 49 damage to Arthas. You would do more than that. Okay. All right. I see how that works. Heat Wave. I'm interested to see what his level 10s are, by the way. I have no idea. Destroyer. After hitting an enemy hero with Incinerate. That's our W ability. Deathwing deals 19 damage per second to all nearby enemies for the next 8 seconds. And this stacks up to 4 times. That seems very good. Increase the explosion damage of Lava Burst by 125%. So that's going to be the initial impact of your W ability in caster form. Not this damage over time, just the initial impact. Or while you're in melee form, instead of it just being an explosion around you, you're also getting damage over time. Oh, that looks so good! You're also getting damage over time. And apparently this can stack up. All right. All right. I like it. I like it. Thirdly, at level 4, we have Dragon's Ire. While Deathwing has 3 or fewer armor plates, his damage is increased by 30%. So as you're getting bursted down, you're just going to get even more damage. That does have some direct synergy with Draconic Might, because if you're auto-attacking for more damage, you're going to be healing for more damage as well. And I didn't really think about it, but do you have you kind of have control over how many armor plates you have, right? So let's say I go over here and I take some damage. Right? We're gonna lose our armor plate. Oh, the protected. Okay, the protected doesn't last very long. All right, so I can fly up, right? And I can come back down. Prior to that armor plate being restored. Just something to think about, I guess. Something to think about. While Deathwing has 3 or more armor plates, he heals for 0.4% of his maximum health per second. Okay. I'm trying to put all this together in my mind. Also, one thing to notice here is for Dragon's Ire, it's all damage increase, so that's also going to increase his damage to minions as well. And remember, he does double damage to heroes. So this might actually be a way of improving your lane clear if you can manage to stay at a consistent level with your armor plating. We shall see. We shall see.
Talent. Choose a talent.
Level 7! Let's see. We'll do basic attacks. I like the idea of that, by the way. But the AoE damage seems really good as well.
Choose a talent.
We'll see. Firestorm, when Deathwing lands. This is only when you're flying then, so you can only do this every 45 seconds. He drops 7 meteors near the landing area, dealing 86 damage to enemies hit. Heroes hit by the meteors reduce Dragon's Flight's cooldown by 12 seconds. Meteors prioritize landing on heroes, otherwise they fall randomly in the area. Let's fucking see it, dude. Flying from the well. Oh! Oh, that looked fucking sick. That looked fucking sick. Hold on, let's try it again. I'm gonna land in melee form and try to go for a W right after I land. So land and then AoE. Don't move too much, Arthas. There you go. Okay, he moved right out of that, I think. But we still got a pretty significant cooldown taken away, unless the cooldown starts when you hit the air. It does. So 44. By the time we can cast it, we're going to be at 37 seconds. 35. All right, so they actually didn't hit anybody. Okay. All right, so cool in theory. We'll have to try that out in an actual game. I imagine that diving into a whole enemy team with that increases your chances. It resets to 45 seconds when you land. Oh. So did the meteor hit Arthas and I went back down to... Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, that might be good. Now, keep in mind, you can't fly in the middle of a fight, right? Don't you have to be out of combat for a few seconds? Cannot be cast for 4 seconds after taking damage, basic attacking, or casting an ability. Okay. All right. All right. We also have some other options at level 7, of course.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Are these all focused on him flying? Maybe not. Hitting an enemy hero with Destroyer or World Breaker landing damage reduces their spell armor by 15% for 6 seconds. And Deathwing's basic ability cooldowns by 2 seconds. Okay. So if you land on top of them, they become more vulnerable to spells. And you can cast things a little bit faster. Skyfall, charge cooldown 10 seconds. After using Dragon Flight, Deathwing can drop meteors anywhere within vision, dealing 76 damage to enemies in the area. This has 3 charges. If a hero is hit, Deathwing heals for 5% of his maximum health and reduces his landing's cooldown by 1.5 seconds. Let's see that one. So we fly up into the air. I now have an E ability. We didn't have access to this before. So we can throw those. That seems very good. Oh, man, after you land, that's a long wait to be able to do something. You can hit Q again to cancel this. Let's say if Arthas moves out of it, which he did. I ran out of energy there. That's why I wasn't able to continue. That's a pretty jarring amount of time when you land that you can't do anything. I like being able to throw the meteors down, though. It lowers our cooldown of our Q and our W here, if we're able to land them. So I want to set up for a stun, so don't aim at him. Oh, that's so cool. God, those effects are amazing. All right. I think that one's my favorite in that tier. Level 10, I was looking forward to this one.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Oh.
Choose a talent.
Burning beneath my shadow. When an enemy fort or keep is destroyed, the cooldown of Cataclysm is reset. Cataclysm's periodic damage is also increased by 150%. So if a building dies, you're going to be able to use this more often. You're going to be able to use your R more often. With some careful planning and good map awareness, that could be very good. Obviously better on 3-lane maps than 2 lanes. And you can actually get a lot of value out of it on Towers of Doom, right? Because the buildings respawn. Interesting. Interesting. It doesn't say it when okay, it does say enemy fort. So I guess when they destroy yours, that won't count. But the 150% increased damage seems like it's just a passive effect, and that won't be added in by the cooldown being reset. It doesn't seem like you'll get the buff just because a building died. You're just going to have the buff. That seems pretty good. Bellowing Roar. After 1 second, Deathwing unleashes a mighty roar, dealing 37 damage to nearby enemy heroes at level 10. And causing them to run in fear for 2 seconds. Is that an activatable? It is. Not bad. 60-second cooldown. Allows you to fear every minute. That could be very good. Wait, didn't I give Deathwing a fear in my video? Has anyone watched that recently? Didn't I? Just saying. Just saying. So, does that go on cooldown when we fly? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Drop it in. 3-second cooldown when you land. Oh my god. You gotta really be ready with the Molten Flame in order to get that to charge. Okay. So, I mean, obviously that could be really good for setting up with your flame damage. All you have to do is walk in. Dude, he sounds like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. I fucking love it. Oh my god. Oh, with our shit resetting, we can do this forever! You would want to do that when you're in a position behind the enemy hero. But obviously that charge time is going to make that a little bit difficult. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right. Level 7. Strong talent tier for him, it seems like. Or level 10, excuse me. Very strong talent tier. Let's look at level 13 now.
Talent. Choose a talent.
I like the fear a lot.
Choose a talent.
Wicked Inferno. Molten Flame's energy costs per second is reduced by 10. After using Molten Flame, Deathwing gains 15 energy over 3 seconds. That seems very good. The only downside to Molten Flame is that it's taking energy away for you to use your other abilities. Wow, you can really just channel that as long as you want to. That's pretty nutty. That's pretty nutty. So it just allows you to use your highest damaging ability. What is this line right here? What? It goes away when you look up there. What? What is that? Is that important to me for some reason? Should it disappear? Oh, that's distracting. Okay, all right. We're going to try to unsee that. Ruination, Destroyer. The bite from Onslaught now slows by 60% for 1.5 seconds. It's 35% slow by default, so 60% is about double, not quite double. Worldbreaker, reduce Earth Shatter's cooldown by 6 seconds and its energy cost by 10. That is your stun, correct? So being able to stun more often is obviously very good. And I would personally say that stuns are usually more valuable than slows. So that's going to be a 6-second cooldown reduction. That cuts the cooldown in half. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that would make the ability line up with your W ability as well while you're in caster form. And you can combo that with the fear. While people are running away, you're going to know exactly where they're running to. So we want to land in caster. Auto attack. Auto attack. Fear. Okay, hard to land. That's going to take some fucking practice. I might turn on... what's the casting mode where you just... On release. I would probably turn on release on for this particular ability. Until I got used to it a little bit more. But being able to spam crowd control in half the cooldown seems very strong. Seems very, very good. Last down at level 13, Fire and Fury. Basic attacks against rooted, slows, or stunned enemy heroes deal 30% of damage and reduce the cooldown of Deathwing's basic abilities by 0.5 seconds. So, an Executioner with battle momentum on a character that has both slows and stuns built into his kit. That's going to be good. I can tell you right now, that's going to be good. He also has talents that heal him, right? Based on auto-attacking. Deathwing's basic attacks against enemy heroes heal him for 40% of the damage dealt. You would be increasing the damage dealt by 30%. You also have other damage increasing modifiers like Dragon's Ire, which is increasing your damage by another 30%. It's getting spicy right there. It's getting pretty fucking spicy. Auto attack build seems to have some pretty clear synergies here. Level 16 now. So I would do this. I'm just picking the bottom talent in every tier. Okay, all right. Conflagration. Dealing 600 damage with Molten Flame to enemy heroes within 4 seconds, causing them to burn for an additional 187 damage over 4 seconds. While burning, they explode every 1 second, dealing 150 damage to all nearby enemies. Wow, that seems dope as fuck, dude. All right, let's go with this one, Wicked Inferno. We want to lower our cooldowns, right? Just give it a little whoop. I expected there to be more explosions. Why doesn't that... Did I not do it right? The burn effect looked like it was there. Chat's saying it doesn't work on target dummies. Well, fuck me, dude. There it was. There it is. Oh, that's really cool. That seems really easy to do, too. Like, that really wasn't that much energy. That seems good. That's a pretty big power spike, level 16. When Molten Flame is cast at 75% energy or higher, its damage is increased by 75%. We could also combo that with Inferno. That seems pretty good. Other talents at 16, Gaze onto Destruction. Hitting heroes with Destroyer or World Breaker landing causes their damage to be reduced by 75% and slows them by 40% for 5 seconds. If we want to combo that with Fire and Fury, where we deal additional damage to slowed targets, then that seems like a pretty good way to do it. That's 5 seconds of guaranteed slows. Granted, you're only going to land like 4 auto attacks during that duration. But, you know, whatever. You guys want me to use it on boss? Chat wants me to use it on boss. Remember, we do less damage to minions. It didn't do fucking anything. Elementium Plating. Activate to gain a shield equal to 35% of Deathwing's missing health for 8 seconds. While the shield holds, Deathwing regenerates 2% of his maximum health per second. When the shield expires or is destroyed, Deathwing regains armor plates appropriate for his new health. So this is, so far, the only way that we've seen for Deathwing to actually regenerate armor plating without flying into the sky. The shield and effect are end immediately if Deathwing uses Dragonflight. Okay, it seems weird. 60-second cooldown on that.
Choose a talent.
Whoa.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
That's an activatable. Are we gonna have a piano Deathwing build here, boys? $35% of his missing health. I like that protected. I don't think it's that good, though. I do like that it's there. I don't think it's that good, though. So if we're just a sliver of the way... that seems all right. That seems okay. I think the slow's better. Gaze into Destruction. Level 20.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Stood in fire. Enemy heroes are slowed by 40% while standing in scorched ground for the duration, and its duration is increased by 50%. Isn't that... what is it that causes... It's our Cataclysm? So that would be a good upgrade if you went for Burn Beneath My Shadow, where you could use it more often and the periodic damage was increased. Having that slow would keep them in for the periodic damage longer. Clear synergy there. Arrival of a God. Well, he's very modest. Destroyer or World Breaker's landing damage is increased by 400%. Deathwing also gains the benefit of all his level 7 talents. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. And then Destroyer's Rampage. For the next 6 seconds after landing in Destroyer form, Deathwing's damage is increased by 40% and his basic ability cooldowns recharge 50% faster. Damaging heroes refreshes this effect, and switching to World Breaker removes this effect. Oh, shit. So as long as you're damaging someone, that effect is just going to stay active? If we land in our Q form. Oh, come on. This is the effect here. Damage increased by 40%. Our attack speed right now is 0.4 because of his slow. It does say heroes, right? Damaging heroes refreshes the effect. Okay. When Deathwing lands, he drops 7 meteor. Okay. The build I would want to try. And we'll probably try it today on the stream if anyone wants to play. I'm assuming a couple people want to play. The build I would want to try is Draconic Might. Deathwing's basic attacks against enemy heroes heal him for 40% of the damage dealt.
Choose a talent.
Hit people, get healed. While Deathwing has 3 or fewer armor plates, his damage is increased by 30%. This is his damage not only to heroes, but damage to NPCs as well, which seems to be something that he really struggles with. You would just have to manage your armor plating a little bit, right? Then, I think I would go for Firestorm. When Deathwing lands, he drops 7 meteors near the landing area, dealing 143 damage to enemies hit. Heroes hit by the meteors reduce the Dragonflight's cooldown by 12 seconds. Anything to reduce that cooldown for level 20, I feel like is going to be really, really good.
Choose a talent.
Bellowing Roar, probably. Just because having a fear seems really good. Displacement in the middle of a team seems really good. And I think you could hold on to it for a while and really fuck up some things. Also, this is a really easy interrupt for stuff like Anduin. If he's protecting his whole team, just go fear him. And now he's not protecting his whole team.
Choose a talent.
We have Fire and Fury. Basic attacks against rooted, slowed, or stunned enemy heroes deal another 30% increased damage and reduce the cooldowns of our basic abilities by 0.5 seconds. Now, this is not based on the stance that we're in. So if you want to stun more often, if you're in your range stance and you want to stun more often, if you want to use your W more often, well, just attack things and it's going to be lowering the cooldown. So it does have a 12-second cooldown, but is that not work? Hello? Oh, they got to be slow, right? And slow. Okay. Then I would probably go with Gaze onto Destruction. Hitting heroes with Destroyer or World Breaker landing causes their damage to be reduced by 75% and slows them for 40% for 5 seconds. So that's going to be giving you that cooldown reduction. You can bite people, right? And that's slow for 2 seconds. This only has a 5-second fucking cooldown. Oh my god. Okay, so if we want to lower our cooldowns, boom, boom, then we can bite again in just a moment. Slow them again. Fucking 400 damage on that. Did you see that shit? Oh, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid right there. And with the cooldown reduction built in, it's lowering the cooldown of that super duper quickly. Now, if we decide to land on a target in Destroyer form. Oh, I don't have vision. Oh, that's so awkward. I feel like that's only a problem right now in try mode because I'm trying to show it. If we land on a target, meteors are going to fall. We have a 20-second cooldown now, and Arthas is slowed for 4 seconds. We can bite him, slow him again. Oh my god, dude, you're killing me with this attack speed slow. Can I fight literally anyone else? Come on, dude. You're fucking killing me. But we can already fly again, which seems dope. And then, for the next 6 seconds after landing in Destroyer form, Deathwing's damage is increased by 40%. That 40% is going to stack with the slow from this and the damage increase from Fire and Fury. It's also going to stack with the damage of Dragon's Ire and stack with the damage of Draconic Might. And we're getting cooldown reductions so we can fly up into the air and land more often. This just takes forever. This setup... Oh my god. I want to do something right now. I miss having the meteors to throw down. Those were really fun. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Woo! Yeah, that seems pretty solid. That seems pretty solid. Alternatively, if you wanted to go for a more mage focused build rather than one that's really melee focused like mine. Oh. Getting that range down's a little weird. Let me walk behind her, maybe. What if I use this just to get... No! Alright, we're not gonna worry about that. Alternatively, if you wanted to do something that was a bit more... Well, Deathwing has 3 more armor plate. No, that's dumb. Heals Deathwing for... This would do the explosion on our W and the thing on our... Okay.
Choose a talent.
So, Infernus. Probably... Dude, Skyfall, dude. We're just trying to be a bursty-ass mage, you know what I mean? Increase our periodic damage. Wicked Inferno, Conflagration... enemy heroes are slowed by 40% when standing in scorched ground. Yes, 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 yes. So now we initiate by going, I'm motherfucking Deathwing! She's slowed. All right, you gotta aim that a little bit better. And I'm sure people are gonna be moving out of that like crazy. But imagine that with a mosh pit. Imagine that with a Syndragosa. That's gonna be good. I like that. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Walk into that. Now, again, that looks a lot like Lightning Breath, but you can't pivot. It doesn't have any slowing mechanics on top of it. I believe Lightning Breath has a slow, doesn't it? Damn, dude. Damn. I'm really pleased. We waited a long time. We waited a really fucking long time for this, but I'm really pleased. Dude, I miss doing theory crafting videos like every 3 weeks. Can I just say that? I feel like it's a treat when we get a theory crafting video now. Will any of these builds actually work in quick match or ranked? I don't fucking know. Maybe. What if you just combo this with a Diablo Lightning Breath? The Lightning Breath has the slow. You could cross the fucking beams, dude. Oh my god. Keep in mind we're not even using this talent. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I forgot.
Killing spree.
So, When multi. Okay, so we just have to have a high energy, and that's when we get the most bang for our buck. What the fuck? Yeah, no one's gonna stand in that though. No one's gonna stand in that shit. No one's gonna let you do that much damage unless they're crowd controlled. But it would be pretty easy for a character like ETC to be like, oh, Deathwing's rearing up. Slide in right now. There you go. You don't even need the mosh pit for that. You don't even need the fucking mosh pit for that. And then they have living bombs just popping off like crazy for their whole fucking team. The only difference is the bomb doesn't spread, right? Man, that is something. Thank you guys for watching today's video or stream if you're here live. Leave your suggestions for Deathwing builds down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the character. I think he's going to be countered like fucking crazy. I think he's going to be actually really difficult to play. Because look what you're doing while your Q is channeled. Standing the fuck still. Your armor, that is your main defensive mechanic, means nothing to several heroes in the game. Percentage damage is gonna rip right fucking through you. But my God, look at him. Tim just messaged me and said we need to go play Halo. Tim, I just logged on. The servers just came up, Tim. You gotta slow down. Halo Reach came out today on PC. I used to be a semi-pro in Halo, if you didn't know. So is Tim in Halo 3. We didn't know each other back then, but we really bonded over that. I'm gonna do a viewer game. We're gonna try Deathwing out at least one time, maybe twice, and then we're gonna play some Halo on stream. Appreciate you guys. Like the video up if you're watching this on YouTube, and more Deathwing to come. Okay, bye.